So you've taken time, you've waited on the Lord, and now it's time to check back in. So making sure if anybody needs more time, let them have more time and just continue to wait. And then what we're going to do is to let everyone share. I usually just go around the room. So I'll just say, hey, start with this person. Let's go around. And it kind of encourages everybody to share. Sometimes people that are new to this, they might, if it's, if they're not kind of called on or encouraged to share, they'll just kind of say, well, I probably didn't get anything. And so I really try to at least create, again, a space where it's like, hey, just share whatever came to your mind. And then you're going to often find that it's people are going to share some profound insights that they wouldn't have shared if you had just said, who wants to share what they got. So I usually try to encourage everyone to participate. So that's what I do, because I find it draws out more people than just kind of popcorning around the room. So I also try to encourage people to not elaborate unless they feel the context is really crucial. I try to just have them just read what they wrote. Again, if they wrote down what they got, and it just saves time, and you can just trust that the Holy Spirit is going to bring clarity from what everybody else got, and they don't feel like they need to try to over-explain. But let's just trust God that if He's going to speak, it's all going to make sense as we come together. I have even interrupted people where they have moved from just sharing what they're sensing to literally preaching a message. And they are just like filling in every gap. And I'm just like, hey, you know what? Can you just tell me again, like, what was the specific thing that the Lord said to you? Let's make sure we give time for everybody to be able to share. So, again, I could even at times I'll just say, hey, that's great, as a way to kind of nicely interrupt them who may need to wrap up, that they've gone on rambling, which I ramble a lot. So you can also give them a time frame to be able to say that, hey, let's just take like 60 seconds max, and let's just summarize or share kind of what you felt. But again, they may have more that share, and that's fine, but just be aware of the balance, that sometimes people want to kind of fill in the void of maybe what they think that all meant, but we're not asking everybody to interpret it out the gate. We're going to allow the Holy Spirit to just speak through everybody, and then together we can begin to process it. So you can even say, hey, let's get into processing it once we've heard from everybody, because you may get clarity through someone else. So overall, again, just don't shame or pressure people who don't hear anything. And as they share, you're going to be listening for themes. You're going to be listening for just making sure every person feels heard. You never want to have people leave these prayer times and feel like, well, I guess I can't hear from God, or those spiritual people can do it and I can't. We always want to value people over even clarity and just trying to be right about everything, and want to force into kind of your square hole, the round peg. So just allow that, maybe God didn't say anything to them. And so let's value people. And as they're sharing, you're listening, you're jotting down consistent themes that are coming up, or the note taker is as well. And, we've often used different software that has like note taking ability where you can create a document and multiple people can access it. And we'll often even have everybody add their notes into that. And so you can begin to compile what everybody got and begin to read over it. And so as a facilitator, I just want to encourage you, never freak out. Like, don't react with weird words or like maybe stuff that you feel is like super off. Like, we have to remember people are, number one, maybe new to this, and maybe it's going to be something where they felt something they couldn't adequately articulate. And again, sometimes people are a bit off, and what they share maybe doesn't fit. But you know what? Just thank them for sharing that. And again, always operate in love as we're facilitating, and be very careful, because you know what? Maybe God's saying something weird that just doesn't fit your paradigm. So that's, again, important to remember.